What's up guys, my name is Carl. In this video, we're gonna break down the 5 habits that's changed my life, and we're gonna see how these habits can also move you towards a life living on your own terms. So without further ado, let's get right into the first habit, and that is gonna be learning about yourself. When I learn about my own personality, what my strengths and weaknesses are, it really gives me an idea of where I should place my focus, where I'm naturally good at, what's more fun for me to do. And I realize that when I'm doing things that I'm more natural at, I'm better at it. I have an advantage towards those kinds of activities or work, and it's a more sustainable, and you find more success doing things that you like, that suits your personality. And yeah, overall, you just have a much better direction, and you can move forward with clarity when you know more about yourself. The second habit is going to be to track your goals and your progress. This has been so useful and impactful in my life because, one, when I track my goals, I see it every day. I personally put my goals in a spreadsheet. I have my goals clearly visible, my long-term goals, and each day and each week I write out exactly what I need to do to reach those weekly goals, and those weekly goals will add up to my monthly goals, and those monthly goals will add up to my long-term yearly goals. Having things tracked, when I check it off each day, it's so fulfilling and it feels really good. You know, you get this sense of progress every time you do something small. Honestly, I got this idea from playing a lot of video games, when each day they would give you missions or goals of what you have to complete in order to level up. I use that idea towards tracking my own goals and setting goals as well. So when you see the progress bar, you have the motivation, you know exactly what you need to work on for the day, you feel good when you accomplish it, and you're slowly moving the needle forward towards the things that you really want a month from now and a year from now. And you can do this with your finances in order to save money or to make more money, or when you're building good habits. This is a really, really useful habit to develop. Number 3 is to live below your means. The idea behind this is focus on becoming financially responsible, focus on becoming financially free, instead of focusing on looking like you're wealthy or rich. Buy only the things that you need. You don't necessarily need to eat out every day. You can always buy groceries. You can learn how to cook yourself. You don't need the most expensive phone. You don't need the most expensive computer. You don't need the most latest and most expensive headphones or couch. You can live by what you need, okay? And I'm not saying you can't buy things that you want. Just make sure you can actually afford it. And for me, when I feel like I can afford something is when I can buy something at least 10 times over in cash without going into debt, without needing my paycheck for next month to be able to pay for something. I make sure that I can afford it 10 times over today before I even consider buying something that I don't necessarily need but want. This allows me to enjoy my life. It keeps me from being stressed about my finances. It keeps me from feeling that I need to work a job in order to afford the things that I bought in my life. You know, when you upgrade your car, when you upgrade an apartment, but you don't necessarily have the funds to afford it unless you keep your job. That's how you trap yourself in a place where you have to work. You have to keep a job that you don't like just to be able to afford the things that the luxuries and the things that you've bought or upgraded in your life. Having a minimalist mindset only buying things that you need and only buying things that you want when you can really afford it can really help move you forward towards financial freedom and living a life on your own terms. Number 4, take risks. It's always important for anyone, in my opinion, is to push the boundaries of what they think they can do. The fear of failing, the fear of things not working out, it's real, but I'm more afraid of the fear of not trying at all and regretting a life where I was too passive in my life, where I didn't take control of my life, where I let things happen to me instead of me actively trying to make the life that I want. Taking risks and exposing yourself to potential failure is so beneficial, because even when things don't work out, the worst that can happen is that you gain new skills, you have a new experience, you become a wiser person, and you take that experience, you take those new skills that you had, and then you move it to your next venture. And that becomes a stepping stone to your future success. So be more afraid of not taking risks. Be more afraid of not reaching your potential, because honestly, the best rewards has always come outside of your comfort zone, outside of what you already know. Without taking risks, I don't think I would be where I am today. So take risks. It's worth it, I promise. Number 5 is to make a habit of investing in yourself. In your free time, of course, you can always relax. You can always spend time with friends. You can always give yourself a break if you need to. But more often than not, when you can, you should spend a lot of your free time investing in developing your skills. Preferably, it's a highly marketable skill. But regardless, just invest your time or your money taking classes or courses or reading a book just to polish up on what you already know or to learn new things. When you take more time learning instead of consuming, if you do that just daily and consistently over time, you'll be so much further in your knowledge, in your skills, a year, 2 years from now. Even if you only have an hour or two of free time each day, that will compound over time, and you'll be really surprised about what you can do a year's worth from now. So those are my 5 habits that's changed my life, and hopefully you guys can take something from this as well to change your life and hopefully move you towards living a life on your own terms. So in the next video, I'm gonna talk about more habits, more productivity, tips and tricks. So stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't. Peace.